Coming up on this week's show, we're going to be talking about derailleurs.
And gearboxes.
Is it the end of all of it? Let's take a look. Welcome to this week's Dirt Shed show with Andrew Dodds.
And Martin Ashton.
Yes. Doddy, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, it's good to be sat here rather than perched on the sofa, actually.
I am very lucky to have you with me, and we've got Chris Smith over there on the couch.
How's it going, guys?
Hanging out and writing scripts. Mate, I'm blessed this week because you're in, because we're talking about some tech stuff. So how could we have a better person in than you?
Well, now, Chris is pretty savvy, isn't he?
He is. He knows his stuff too, and that's going to be useful because we're talking about maybe the end of derailleurs. Please, God. Right, now, this conversation starts with this little bit of tech. Lau Bike's design by Cedric Evely. And this... You've been talking about this on your show, Doddy, and if you want to see how it works and get Doddy's description of it in more detail, make sure you check out the tech show. But basically, this is a way of hiding away the derailleur and using some ideas of gearbox to create a totally new system.
Yeah, pretty much. It's derailleur is vulnerable. It's like the Achilles heel of the bike down there. But arguably it works quite well, whereas gearbox all hidden away, but a bit more friction. So kind of cutting and shutting between the two.
Cutting and shutting, I don't like that. That doesn't make it sound... Because I quite like this design, and there's a few out there at the moment. I mean, there's gearboxes, there's the pinion gearbox, I guess roll-off hubs.
Effie gear gearbox, Conditional, that hub, that sort of Eurobike.
Yeah, that one that can slip
slides out.
That.
So you can maintain it separately. Very cool.
There's that, and then of course there's the Williams Machine Works design.
That's mid-mount drivetrain.
Yeah, that one's busy. That is busy.
It's kind of like a hectic version of the Honda.
Okay, yeah, like that's what you said on your show.
Basically
it's a bit like the R101. Yes, yeah. I mean, all these designs, they're amazing, and they're all trying to solve the problem of the derailleur. This basically floppy, sprung-loaded piece of, these days, plastic, hanging off the bottom of your bike, that's very vulnerable. I've never liked derailleurs. It was the bit that held me away from mountain bikes originally. I like the clean line of a single-speed bike. When are we going to see the end of this? Chris, what do you think about these new derailleur solutions?
Derailleur solutions, I think for mountain bikes, it's definitely going to be a big step forward, but I think we might see the answer maybe come from e-bikes incorporating that motor and the gearbox together, do you reckon?
It's always going to play that one.
Oh my God, I can't believe in my first question to you leveraged in e-bikes that quickly.
Of course.
My God.
Hey, do you know what? Devil's advocate here, he's got a point, because actually an e-bike with the weight and the mainframe and everything, the biggest advantage would be to combine the massive motor with a gearbox.
Yes.
I think the inefficiency of the system as well could be overridden by the power of the motor as well. So
your cheat switch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good point. It was a question I was going to ask you, actually. Are e-bikes going to bring us the solution? But why are derailleurs bad?
I don't think they're bad.
Oh, you don't think they're bad?
No.
I think they're crap. What do you think?
I think by the amount of tech we've had introduced into mountain biking and the rest of it, we're still using a system that was designed how long ago?
Can I tell you why we're still using it? We're still using the derailleur and external gears because they're low friction and they're easy to replace. You don't have to worry about low friction when you've got a cheat switch, do you?
No, but they're weak as hell. They're just old technology, they're noisy.
When was the last time you broke a derailleur?
A while back.
There we go.
Yeah.
I haven't broken a derailleur for ages. I've got a SRAM Access derailleur, very luckily on loan at the moment, on my bike. Everyone's like, oh, you're worried about breaking it? You're joking, it's like a brick. It's like twice the size of a normal bike. You're never going to break the thing.
I would say it's not about the breaking, it's the worry of breaking it.
Fair enough.
You're constantly, you're cautious and you're constantly worried about smacking it off.
Mech check anxiety.
Here's the question, why are they good?
Why are they good? Well, they work. I'm not saying that they're the best solution. They're definitely not, because we ride in there's rocks everywhere, there's mud, there's stuff to affect it. But you can't deny the system still works really well.
Okay.
There are problems.
Okay. What about gearboxes? Is the solution there in gearboxes for us? Because, I mean, to me, they just always look heavy.
I don't think the weight is the problem. The friction is the problem.
Okay.
We're still using the derailleur system because it's low in friction.
Yeah.
Gearboxes, ultimately, are a better solution, but you're turning around metal gears in oil. That's the good thing, because it lasts like flipping ages, like 10,000 kilometres, but it's friction. So
I'm thinking more hub style, like, I don't know, hub and like, I don't know.
Hub, messes up your suspension though.
Yeah, I used to use a roll-off hub back in the day. That was really cool, worked really well, but it's a lot of weight to have in the middle of a wheel as well. It's got all that weight not in the right place and hit rock steps and you can really feel that wheel pulling
You
up.
used to also have one of those Shimano Nexus hubs, didn't you, in the GT?
Yeah, and GT.
We chatted about that GT bike in the Halloween video.
Back when I rode for GT, they had the hub. I think it had a left-hand drive chain on it, driving the hub constantly, so you could shift even when you're freewheeling, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But it just never felt quite right. It was nearly there. It was like 7 or 8 speed, as I remember. But grip shift, style shift was pretty cool for back. That was like 2006. But I think if Shimano got on board now, they could definitely develop the perfect gearbox for mountain biking for sure.
Well, we will see, and I would love to know from you guys down in the comments below. What do you think? What do you think of this Laubite's design? I really like it. Chris has hinted that he doesn't love it. I think it could be, maybe the pathway to the future. I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below. What about the Williams Machine Works? What do you think of that? We would like to know, and we've got to find a solution to that crappy derailleur. Sorry, Dolly. It's just how I feel.
I think all of these systems are good because everyone's trying something new. I think that's got to be a good thing.
Cheers, Martin. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Dirt Shed News. Starting this week with some pretty bad news, actually, and a spate of robberies. The Gorilla Gravity headquarters and showroom in Denver, Colorado has been broken into and stripped of bikes. They've put a list of the bikes that have disappeared on their social media. If you see anything suspicious in the area, make sure to contact Denver police. Trouble on this side of the pond too. Danny Hart's Descend bike park in Hampsterley has been robbed too, with the thieves escaping with tools, helmets, cash, generators, chainsaws, the lot. They've been forced to close for a fair bit of this week, but are hoping to open up again this Saturday. Again, if you have any info, get in touch with the police on a non-emergency number. We hope both GG and Descend get back on their feet soon, and hopefully they find those responsible. Some better news out of the UK now. The PMBA Enduro Series have released their race calendar for the year with 5 rounds from Kirritree to Llangollen, 2 of which are part of the British National Enduro Series. It's not confirmed yet, but they're hoping the 2-day 5-stage epic at Llangollen will be an EWS qualifier. Speaking of events, Santa Cruz dropped a video on their website, which I unfortunately couldn't get to show you, but there's an exciting looking new race from the organisers of the Trans-Provence called the Stone King Rally. The stats go as follows: 6 days, 24 time stages, 262 kilometres, 8,014 metres of ascent, and 20,297 metres of descent. Wow, if that doesn't scream bucket list enduro race, I do not know what does. I'll close out this week with a little something to make Martin happy. There's a new bike from Cannondale, the Scalpel Hardtail. Made from Cannondale's high mod carbon and featuring those super thin chainstays from which it takes its name. Of course, the polarizing lefty Ocho fork is on board and it has aggressive looking dropped seat stays which apparently reduce chatter. Very cool looking bike, 4 models available from $2,200 US up to $5,000. Just before I go, I've got some winners of our Ergon competition to announce. We were giving away 5 of their new super comfy SMC Core saddles, which are filled with something called BASF Infinergy, a material that caters for those long days in the saddle by having some of the best pressure damping in the game. Our 5 winners' names are on screen now. Congratulations, we'll be in touch via email soon, and keep an eye out for a Dirt Shed show in a few weeks' time for the next of these giveaways from our rad partners. Okay, over to Toph now for this week's Sickest Thing. Enjoy.
Cheers, Tom. Hey, everyone. Right, this week's Sickest Thing has to be Tom Van Steenbergen's new video, Wild West 2. It's so good. The last one was crazy, so I was really looking forward to seeing this one. Tom's one of the sickest freeriders out right now, and his style is just like so varied, from that like insanely huge Kiss of Death Superman thing to that scrub, which was like bar and pedal drag through that dirt. It just looks so sick. I mean, yeah, but he's also got all this like amazing technical skills as well. I mean, what even are we supposed to call that? Is it like a 180 pocket cash roll into a bank or a front flip flare? I don't have a clue. It's just so confusing, and the impact on his ankles must have just been so gnarly. Oh, and he does a fast plant front flip off of a drop. Like, I didn't even know that was possible until just then. A foot plant, front flip, off of a drop. Like, how do you even do that? I have no idea how to front flip, and I would definitely never hit that drop because it's massive. I just can't even comprehend how people do stuff like this. Like, how is that real? Also, speaking of tricks that just shouldn't be real, the banger is such a mega banger. Like, I didn't even know that was possible as well. It's a 360 double backflip, like a 3 flip with another flip afterwards. It's an Aussie roll, I think. It's like Travis Pastrana did one, some scooter guy did one. It's just like so insane. You definitely got to go check it out. As usual, put the link to this in the video caption. Right, it's time to go back to the shed.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Toph. Right, I tell you what, we're just going to dive into some comments from last week's show, because I don't know if you guys heard about last week's show, but we were talking about a book that had been written in Austria by the mayor of modelling, who basically, we were wondering, is he kind of, I don't know, promoting trail traps? which is pretty scary stuff. And we had some great comments. I'm going to start off with this one from Eric Malbrock, and he says, I live exactly in Modling in Austria. At the moment, they're trying to push through the rule to not allow biking between November and March. This place hates mountain bikes.
That's bad, isn't it?
For what? Just trail damage or?
Just not allowed.
Just not allowed?
What for?
What reason?
I don't know. It's crazy, isn't it?
That seems... Yeah, it does
Absolute
seem
madness. But thank you for getting in touch. Heavy Fuzzlord, he says, if I ever catch a saboteur and I've got my shovel with me, you might see a new mini table the day after.
Wow.
I like that comment, but that is definitely not a suggestion. Do not do that. And lastly, on the bike vault, we're always, giving our opinions on these bikes. Now, I thought we need to be careful, guys, right? Because Tom S got in touch last week, and he said, the custom hardtail that was on last week's show was an unmistakable super nice. Shame on us. And I thought, actually, what do our opinions count to the bike vault?
I don't want to count. I don't about yours.
Yours might. Yours might. Mine definitely doesn't. And
You're a
Chris,
harsh man on the bike vault.
I can be harsh, but on another day I'd give you a totally different answer. So don't be hurt by our answers on the bike vault. It's all fun, and if we get it wrong, let us know. That's
For
what
the
you can
record,
do
it's
it.
titanium. But I should have gone super nice, shouldn't it?
Yeah, we probably should have.
Or a Cannondale.
Right, big news, guys. Big news. Cannondale's always.
What are you trying to say?
Big news. It's Black Friday next week,
yes.
but today.
They start today.
Right, our Black Friday celebration starts today. There is an amazing 50% off limited stock in the GMBN shop starting from today. Then Black Friday weekend, there's at least 20% off everything.
It's the whole lot, isn't it? The whole store.
Oh my God.
That's pretty mad.
There's some great stuff over in the store, and it's a great way to support the channel. So make sure you head over there in this next week, heading up to Black Friday. It even goes on to Cyber Monday, where you'll be able to get it starts getting a bit tight then, though. So you've got a busy week coming up, but make sure you support us over in the shop. Right, let's head into hacks and bodges. I've got a great one for you, Doddy.
Oh yeah, better be. I'm waiting.
Yeah, hacks and bodges, and I love this one, Doddy. Starting off, talk us through it. I mean, this shows how simple this drivetrain thing is. Look at that, that's a roller.
Yeah, sorry, there's the first thing that jumps out, I've got to say it. You've got a Canyon XC, yeah? That's a super light XC frame.
Yeah.
And you've got a chain from a flipping tractor on it, dude. It looks like it weighs more than the flipping frame.
But come on, admire the craftsmanship. I mean, Chris, what do you think of that? That's pretty clever,
I think it's pretty good, isn't it? And I think you could obviously tweak it to get that perfect tension in there, and of course the chain line as well. So it's pretty genius thinking on this.
I think it's incredible because it comes with built-in adjustment measements.
I don't know how it's got that B tension screw to work. I don't know.
No, to be fair,
cool.
it is quite cool. Yeah. I'd be inclined to run a lighter chain probably myself. But
Sorry, I'm still laughing at my own joke.
he does this a lot.
Oh, dear me.
He loves the sound of his own voice.
It's very, very good, and it could be winning you, Johnny. It could be winning you a GMBN Super Race Top, but we will see. What about this next one, Chris? You're a bit of a hot hatch driver.
It's nice, isn't it? Josh.
I imagine this is the sort of gear stick you've got.
I think I nearly did do this on one, or I have done it on one of my cars in the past. But yeah, it's pretty cool sticking a grip on onto his car. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Cut the end off some steel bars, modified it to suit the gear shifter.
I've always wanted some grips on my wheelchair.
This reminds me of
I can put some grips on.
You know Finn from Full Factory Suspension's been looking after your bike. He used to have that T25 pickup, the bus.
Yeah.
And he had I think it's a Syncross carbon handlebar as his handbrake with a grip on the end of that, which is pretty cool.
Very nice.
Nice other stuff. I like that. I think it's quite cool.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that could be up for a win. Well done, Josh. Thanks for sending that in. And last one, this is from the Old Idiots. And it's a very strange mounting point for a 360 camera. And look at this angle on this video that you get.
Let's have a look at the video.
It's crazy.
Whoa.
It's funny, and I tell you what, it just crashes there.
I
He
feel
takes
like
a
I'd
tumble.
smash that off straight away.
Well, in that crash, that's exactly what happens. But you it's incredible, these 360 cameras. You can just move around, create a totally new edit from it. It's brilliant.
Super
it's brilliant.
cool, isn't it?
But that's a pretty interesting mounting point. I'm not sure I'd have gone with that one, or maybe I'd have gone up with it up. That's what we did on the
I
random
think for
10.
fear of hitting that with your knee or just
Yeah.
crashing with the amount of cost you've got hanging off the end of the bars.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Railing the berm, getting it in the dirt for the
bit.
ultimate shot. Look.
Not if I can corner like you, Chris.
It's a tricky spot. It's a tricky spot. Yeah, most people go right
Finesse
round
between
it.
eating shit and then riding.
I was wondering what you would like to give a race top to, Doddy. Oh no.
He's been warned by the alarm. He can't help himself. He literally can't help himself.
Hardly touched it.
Do you know what? I've got to say the chain tension, you know? I laughed at the chain and the frame, but it's quite cool and effective.
Yes.
I think that's a good bit of engineering.
Well done, Johnny. You get yourself a GMBN race top. Not bad at
All good entries, though, to be fair, this week.
Very good. Very good.
Each has its own sort of merit.
Yeah, the uploader is linked in the description down below. Please send us your Hacks and Bodges genius ideas in there, and you could be winning yourself a race top, which is a pretty fantastic prize. Right, carrying on with the show. Let's get on with the caption contest.
I just remember the picture from last week. Absolute gold.
We've all seen that on a
so
crazy
good.
morning on a shoot. Starting off with Colin Langridge, who says, when your wife comes home early and catches you in bed with an e-bike.
That's almost probably what happened.
Yeah, but why would you be in bed with a bike? I don't get it.
He's got bikes on a brain. It's like a weird disease that only e-bikers have.
He's got something else on his... That's a good one. Could be winning the stunt mug. Next up, Nick Bennett. What do you think of that one, Doddy?
Ooh, that's what a chamois butter feels like.
Oh yeah, we were talking. Have you ever used chamois butter?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh my god,
I love
not
it.
you
I've never
too.
used it. Never been into that.
No.
It always seems a bit weird.
What, you don't mind riding with like salty stuff all grinding together?
Perfect.
Weird. No, chamois butter is amazing.
No, good.
It is weird the first time you put it on there.
I'm not into it. Not into it. Nice one, Nick. Right, Zipilot, he says, when your girlfriend says she wants you to try role playing, so you enter the bedroom and she's got the new GMBN race top on.
It's
wait,
good, but it's going a bit far, I think.
But why would that turn you on? Now you're dressed like me.
Takes all sorts.
That's a weird one. I'm not sure about that. Who are we going to give the stump mug to,
It's got to
Doddy?
be Colin.
Colin!
Come on.
Whoa! How good was that fun?
Nearly smashed the
so
stone.
good. Yes, well done, Colin. That is fantastic. You are a winner. Was it Colin? Yes,
Yeah, Colin Langridge.
Here is this week's caption contest photo.
Oh, God, here
Look
we go.
at that, here we go. Give us your caption for that in the
Give us
comments
your
down
best.
below, and you could be winning yourself a fantastic stunt mug. Well done. It is a very busy week on GMBN and other channels this week. So over on GMBN, I've got a really great video I want to talk about. It's stupid things that make you better, like maybe this show. But there are some really great things, so watch out for the video because there might be something you could do that's just so silly but could improve your riding. Not bad. What have we got coming up on tech, Doddy?
I'm going to throw you to Sunday's video on tech where I ride a bike with a gearbox against a bike with a regular
Perfect.
transmission. So it tallies in with the topic.
Yes.
And it is like, it's being talked about a lot at the moment. So check it out, you find out a bit about both.
Changes are coming.
Yeah. Like it. And over EMBN on Sunday, we're doing a cool video where we take a mountain bike and put it up against an e-bike with the motor turned off, do some laps out in the woods and see how much slower an e-bike is compared to that mountain bike. And it's not as much as you'd imagine, to be fair.
Nice. Get it? But see what I was saying? Changes.
I love the way he
It's
has to
gears.
mention mountain
Gears.
bike as if it's not a mountain bike. You see what he does there?
It's boring. That's what it is. It's boring. Right, let's get into the bike vault, which I think is going to be lively this week. Starting with Jodie's hardtail here. It is,
If Blake was here, that'd be super nice straight away, wouldn't it?
yeah, it's a Borealis. I like it. It's pretty
I
handsome.
love the fact they've said putting away the e-bike for the winter, time to play in the snow.
Yeah,
Oh,
putting it where,
didn't see that.
where it belongs. What are we thinking of that one? Nice?
Do you know what? I'm going to go straight for a super nice. That's a
Whoa.
bit of fun. That's like an alien bike to me. I like it.
Yeah, it looks good. Next up, we've got Andy's Motorbacan Night Train in Hamburg. This is very stealth. And another fatty.
It's nice. And do you know, I kind of just, it sounds daft, forgotten how big fat bike tyres are.
Yeah.
For some reason, they look absolutely enormous on that bike.
I guess the thing is, in the UK, we don't really see them until the winter comes around, and then they're a shock all over again.
Well, I don't know. There's quite a few people that like riding them all year round.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you hear them coming.
Yeah,
Those. Are there any? Is there such a thing as an e-bike fat bike?
Yeah,
Chris?
and I really want to try one out. I think those things would be
Yeah, well,
insane
I've
at climbing.
I've got a great idea. Yeah, you should build a hill climb bike.
I did think about this. Small front wheel, big
mullet.
gear in. Yeah.
On a fat bike.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Lower the pressure
Run
to
it
like 2 psi
yeah.
or something.
Let's do it.
Wow.
That actually would be a real cool thing to do.
I was sort of trying to make a joke about e-bikes, and you guys had a proper conversation about it.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
It's really weird.
All right.
Next up, we have got. Oh, actually, what are we giving the motor bacan?
Nice.
Nice. Right. Next up, we have got this one's. I love this. This is for Doddy. This one, a Da Bomb.
I remember
From
the one.
Brandon.
Didn't Buster Beaver ride for them way back?
I don't know, but that's pretty ugly, isn't it?
I think it's quite nice.
I think the forks look too short, possibly. It looks super steep
head
head
angle's a
angle.
bit steep.
Maybe it's the angle of the bike, but I think the linkage as well.
A bit steep.
The rocker looks flat almost. I don't know. There's something a bit funky going on with the angle to that.
It's all right.
I think Chris is right. The angles do look a bit weird, so a nice is as good as it could go there, I think.
Oh, hello.
It does look like it's been ridden into
Hello.
a wall. Next up, this is Stephen's Kingdom Vendetta. Yeah, I can't argue. Can't
Those
argue with
crew know how to build a bike. It's
They do.
titanium. They
Yeah.
are absolutely beautiful.
that. Chris, agree?
Yeah, Cane Creek up
It's got a
front,
Cane
the
Creek
helm
helm
fork with a
weirdest
gold.
named fork in the world, but
Yeah, it's
fork's
very
really good actually.
Needs a purple anodized crown on there, doesn't it? I don't know.
Do you know what? I don't know. That's what I think. That's one of the limited edition forks.
Does match the rear shock as well, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh man, that's doing it for me.
I think that might
Definitely
be
a
one
super
of the
nice.
super nicest. Next up, we have got a giant trance from, it could be Peter, could be Poitier, not sure. It's nice. There's an awful lot going on.
A lot of cables going on.
You're just
Awful
getting
lot of
confused because of the
accessories.
tan walls.
No, I've submitted to the Tamwall argument. I've lost the battle. I've moved on.
There was no battle. You were wrong.
was
It's a
always wrong,
giant Trans 4,
apparently.
which is a great bike.
I do like he's got the tan grips and tan walls. That works.
Do you know
Those
what?
look good.
He's just ruined it. It's got a GCM bottle. Move on.
Not even getting a ring.
Why laughing? Move on.
Next up, we've got Doddy. This isn't here for you.
Why
This
did
is
you do
Ian's
that?
Yeti. Good drop.
I saw Sam Pilgrim riding
What do you
something
mean?
like this.
You did that on your channel the other day.
I did it for a laugh. Do you know, quick true story, I've got to say this, right? When John Tomac ran drop handlebars to start with,
Yeah.
a load of British people were like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen, and they copied it. One of them, he's a legend, real cool guy, his name's Darren Tapp. Yeah?
I know.
Yeah. And he had drop handlebars on his bike, and he went to get his bike seen by John Tomac himself, get it signed. And Tomac's like, man, why'd you put those handlebars on your bike? They're flying real bad.
And he was gutted. I've just noticed as well, this is actually a gravel setup, full gravel
It
setup.
makes perfect sense for a gravel setup, to be fair.
Yeah.
And actually, it's really nice. But I don't know.
It's really
Can I ring the
nice.
bell or not, Doddy?
I think we might be making history here. This might be the first Yeti to not get a super nice.
It's the right colour and everything.
I know.
Wow, that was harsh. Right, next up, we've got another Yeti SB5 in a lovely black finish, but it's got the touches of that turquoise in there that I like. What do you think? This is from
funky seat
Vincent.
angle going
Saddle's
on.
at a painful angle, isn't it?
I was going to say, it looks ready to insert in
I didn't think that's where you guys were going to go. I think the way they've taken the shot, it looks like it's actually a toy bike.
Yeah, it does. It's a little bit
tiny.
tilt shifty, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is that what that's called? Tilt shifting.
If it's an app on a phone, it is. Yeah.
Ah,
If
right.
you have a tilt shift lens, you'd be about $3,000 worse off.
You learn something new every day. What are we giving this? This has got to be close to a super nice. Shall we end on a bell?
Yeah.
Go on. Nice one. Well done. Thank you for sending your bikes into the Bike Vault. Remember, my opinion counts for nothing. But it's fun anyway, and if we got it wrong, let us know. If you want to get your bike nice or super nice, send it into the GMBN uploader. Remember, that's the way you can get involved with the show. And it's nothing without you guys, so please get involved. That's it, guys. That's the end of the show this week. Thank you.
A bit quick, actually. Didn't
Yeah,
it?
well, you know, it's this alarm. It's been scaring me. I've been rushing through. Thanks for joining us both. We have had a great week, but we're going to end it here with... well, it's the bits that didn't go that well.
Oh, yes.
It's always, you know how it goes.
Let's have a laugh, shall we?
Let's play it out. And don't forget that Black Friday sale is starting now.